Good morning, students. Today we will discuss on the some authentication applications such as Kerberos. And in previous lecture we have discussed about the X.509 and the public key infrastructure. So now we will discuss on the authentication applications. Basically, first of all, what is the authentication? Authentication refers to the process of confirming identity, means confirm the identity sender and the receiver. Identification is required in many things such as digital signatures and then the cryptography and the hash function. Authentications and identity is very important. So, while often used interchangeable with authorization, authentication represent a fundamentally different functions. In authentication, uh, user or application prove they are who they say they are by providing valid credential for verification. Authentication is often proved through a username and password, sometimes combined with other elements such as uh, we call factors, basically dividing three parts. Number one, what you know; number two, what you have; and what you are. So after this, we discuss on some authentication function. Basically, authentication function have been developed to support application level authentication and the digital signature. In the basically three types of authentication function. One is the single factor authentication. In the single factor authentication is rely on the password. For example, a school website that only require validating a password against a username. And the two-factor authentication rely on a piece of confidential information uh, in with a username and the password. For example, a banking website that validate a password against the username and then require the user to enter the pin. No, only the user. After it, and the third is the multi-factor authentication. And the multi-factor authentication use two or more security factor from independent category. For example, a hospital system that require a username, password, and a security code received on the user's smartphone and the fingerprint. So basically, this is the simple authentication and the authentication uh, applications or authentication function. Now we have widely used the authentication application is the Kerberos. So first of all, what is the Kerberos? Kerberos basically is the protocol, and it is originally designed at MIT. MIT is the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Basically, Kerberos is an authentication service and widely in most widely implemented trusted third-party key distribution system. Kerberos provides a centralized authentication server whose function is to authenticate users to servers and the servers to users. Kerberos protocol uses strong cryptography to so that all client and uh, can prove its identity and to server across an insecure network connection. After client and the server has used Kerberos to prove their identity, they can also encrypt all their communications to assure privacy and data integrity as they go about their business. Basically, there are two versions available for the Kerberos. The one is the version 4 and other is the version 5. So first we will discuss on the version 4. Basically, version 4 is the basic third-party authentication scheme. Here in this, basically three elements are. One is the authentication server, other is the database, and the third is the ticket granting server. First of all, what is the authentication server? Authentication server perform the initial authentication and ticket for granting services, and the database basically store the information about the users, and the authentication server uh, verify access right of the user. And the ticket granting server, basically ticket granting server issue the ticket for the server. So basically this is the simple uh, uh, architecture, and there is the this in the basically three three types, three phase of the V4 dialog. One is the obtain the ticket, obtain service granting ticket, and the client server exchange. And the one is the obtain ticket granting ticket from AS, means this is the once per session, means this is only valid for one session. And obtain service granting ticket from TGT the ticket granting server. This is the each distinct service is required, and the client server exchange to obtain service on every service request. So this is the simple three phase of V4 Kerberos V4 dialog. And this diagram show the basic overview of the Kerberos version 4, how to communicate client to authentication server and ticket granting server. After this, how to communicate to the uh, man server. So first of all, the user in the step 1, the user log on the and request service on the host. So user request for ticket granting service. After this, in the step 2 authentication server verify the access right using database, and then give ticket and session key. Result are encrypted using a password of the user. In the step 3, the decryption of message is done using the password, then send the ticket to the ticket granting server. After this, the ticket contains authentication like username and the network address. In the step 5, and sorry, step 4, the ticket granting server decrypt the ticket sent by user, and authenticator verify the request, then creates the ticket for request service from the server. In the step 5, the user send the ticket and authenticate to the server. And the step 6, the server verify the ticket and authenticators, then generate the access to the service. After this, user can access the service. So this is a simple basic overview of Kerberos version 4. That is included in the total 6 steps. In the first, logon for the request, and after this authenticate the user and decrypt the message, and finally communicate the man server. So basically this is the simple Kerberos version 4 overview. After this, we will discuss on the Kerberos real M. Basically Kerberos, the full service environment consists of a Kerberos server, a number of clients, and a number of application server is referred to as a Kerberos real M. The Kerberos realm is a set of managed nodes that share the same Kerberos database and are part of the same administrative domain. If a multiple realm, their Kerberos server must share key, trust each other. So this is the Kerberos realm, and this is the diagram show the Kerberos realm. There is the two realm A and the realm B, using the same server. And the in realm and our Kerberos realm means the more than one combination of the Kerberos. So in this diagram, authentication message where a service is being requested from another domain, the ticket presented for the remote user indicates the realm in which the user was originally authenticated. The server chooses whether to honor the remote request. One problem presented by foregoing approach is that it does not scale well to many realm, as each pair of realm need to a share key. So this is the show that this is the simple Kerberos version 4 authentication after and this the client request for the remote server, and the this Kerberos send the ticket for the remote server, and there is the request for remote services. So this is the simple Kerberos real M. After this, we will discuss on the Kerberos version 5. Basically, Kerberos version 5 developed in the mid 90s, in the 1993, and in the version 4 developed in the 1980s. Version 5 is specified in the RFC 1510. This provides some improvement over V4. First is the address environmental shortcoming and the some technical deficiencies. There is some difference between the V4 and the V5. One is the year of release. In the release, V4 released in 1980s, and the version 5 released in the 1993. Basically, Kerberos version 4 used the DS encryption, where the version 5 using the ciphertext is tagged with an encryption type identifier, and any type of encryption can be used. In encoding scheme, basically version 4 use the receiver makes right encoding scheme, and the version 5 use the ASN.1 coding system. In the ticket lifetime, in version 4, ticket lifetime has specified until of 5 minutes, where in the V5 the arbitrary lifetime. And the ticket support is satisfactory in this version, but in the V5 it well extended facility forwarding, renewing, and post dating tickets. IP address, basically version 4 contain only a few IP address and other address for type of network protocol, and the version 5 contains multiple IP address. And the key, basically the same key used in version 4 in version 5 avoided by requiring a subsession key which used only for the connection. So this is the simple difference between the version 4 and the version 5. Some technical deficiencies in the Kerberos. First is the double encryption, and second is the PB CC and PCBC, and the third is the session key, and fourth is the password attack. First, we discuss the double encryption. Basically, double encryption means the ticket in the ticket provided to clients are encrypted twice. First, it provides encryption with the secret of target server, and then again client know the secret key. So this is the double encryption. And the PCBC encryption, in version 4, encryption is done by non-standard made of DES known as propagating block chaining. PCBC also providing integrity checks as part of encryption operation. And the session key basically include each ticket by the client to encrypt, session key used by client and server to protect the message during a session. In version 5, a new key used for a new connection, and the password attack. Both versions are affected from the password attack. The authentication server include an encrypted key with the client password in a message, and opponent can get this message and try to decrypt it by various passwords. So this is the simple 4 deficiencies of the Kerberos. Now we will discuss the Kerberos advantage, V5 advantage. Number 1, V5 is the more resistant to determine attack over the network. Means it's secure compared to V4. It's more flexible, work with the different types of network, support delegation of authentications using the longer ticket expiry time and renewal tickets. So this is the simple advantage. And after this, some disadvantage of the Kerberos version 5 or the Kerberos number 1. The single point failure means if it is Kerberos use the centralized servers. If the server is down, then no one can the login in the system. Number 2, in the every network service must be individual modified for use with Kerberos, and they require a secure Kerberos server, and does not work well in the time sharing environment. And the Kerberos require the clock of the involved host to be synchronized. Means the ticket have a time availability period, and if the host clock is not synchronized with the Kerberos server clock, the authentication will fail. The default configuration requires that clock times are more than 10 minutes apart. So this is the disadvantage of the Kerberos. So now we will discuss in this lecture authentication applications and the Kerberos version 4 and the version 5. Thank you, everyone.